Good morning, Ronto. This is Double Radio, and I'm your host, Conrad Getz. I don't know how anyone else is doing out there, but we're pretty tightly snowed in here at the station, with not much to do other than play card games and listen to radios for any updates. I mean, I have been having fun with my holotape games, which even Hunter has started enjoying on the little console he hooked up.
You're still never gonna beat my score in Pitfall, Vaulty.
Well, I've still got the top in Nuka Tapper, so there.
You can keep that, you Nuka fiend.
Anyway, we're keeping toasty and listening for any interesting news to report, so I might as well get into that for a bit, right? There have been more reports of antler beasts being spotted in the River Valley Ravine, more and more as the weather has taken this dip into colder temperatures. I guess with the water freezing over and less scavengers populating the area, the bigger creatures are moving in to feed and try to keep warmer in the ravine. They haven't caused any problems or been hostile to anyone stumbling upon them, probably thanks to the cold, but I still wouldn't risk getting too close. I've heard personally that most antler beasts can be more deadly than a deathclaw, which is terrifying to think about, considering that's their name. Luckily, they don't really like the cold, so the chances of any deathclaw attacks during the winter months would be at a minimum. With the heavier snowfall, it's of course becoming a bit tough to get around, especially on foot. Luckily, if you're able to get yourself into Eaton Central, Don Valley Arms has some decently priced flamers available, along with fuel and other heat-based weapons that can clear the snow for you with speed. They managed to nab some from a few wandering traders before we got the heaviest of the snowfall, and are offering them at a reasonable price for the time being. They're also useful for cleaning out any smaller swarms of irradiated bugs when spring comes around, so keeping one might be a great idea. Until things start to warm up a bit, the ferries to the island are also currently shut down, just to avoid any danger trying to cut through the ice. You'd think that the Brotherhood would be able to sort out an icebreaker to help out, but apparently not. They've hunkered down in the dome and can tower for the winter, with only the knights who have the thermal-lined power armor making any patrols. Even then, those are sticking closer to their main hub to avoid getting the armor stuck, which I guess makes sense. Definitely proves that they weren't prepared for a Canadian winter, that's for sure.
More like they're big, afraid little babies of a little bit of cold.
I mean, yeah. I know that around here we're preparing for the holidays coming up, and hopefully anyone else that's hunkered down in a shelter is able to keep warm enough to celebrate. I managed to get all my shopping for Hunter, Notch, and Wayne done, with even a few gifts for some other friends we've made this year, in case I get a chance to see them. My cap stash is definitely hurting, but I'm sure when the snow thaws I'll be able to scavenge some more cool-looking stuff to barter with. Preparations are also still underway, weather-dependent of course, for the big tree lighting inside of Eaton Central soon. Different merchants and locals have contributed decorations, and there's rumors that there will be some fun activities for folks able to attend. I was able to drop off a cool little piece that hopefully made it into the mix, and I really hope I can get out of here to go and see it once they've lit up the whole thing. There's also a rumor that some decorations and donations for the tree lighting have come from some farther reaches of the wasteland, places like the Commonwealth and some friendlier neighborhoods in the Mojave and the NCR. Last thing for this broadcast is that some traders from Appalachia have managed to set up at the Reference Library Market with some very interesting finds. I've heard there's some crazy stuff in that region, including giant creatures that even Miss Maple has been wanting to catalog for her next book. Hopefully, they can all connect to be able to swap information and notes, because getting the word on the Appalachian wildlife would be great to read up on. I've been dying to head down that way for a while and would love to know what new things I may encounter.
You want to deal with that nightmare again, Rad? Once wasn't enough for you?
Oh, come on, Hunter. It wasn't that bad. Just, a bit scary to try and camp outside at night is all. But, I mean, we know that now and can navigate it better.
You can navigate it. Count me out of that adventure. Friggin' crazed vault dwellers don't know.
And on that note, I think I need to go prove to someone who the better Pitfall player is, as well as see about scrounging up some warmer drinks for me and Hunter to sip on. This has been Conrad Getz for Double Radio, signing off. Definitely try to keep warm out there, Ronto. Double Double Radio, a Fallout story, is a Voice in the Static production, written, starring, and produced by Edward Grimgrinner Hutchinson. You can find Double Double Radio on Instagram, Facebook, and other social media sites, and there's a merch store through Etsy. Links are in the episode description. Double Double Radio is also made possible with the love and support of listeners and Wastelanders like you. If you want to help support the show on Patreon, that link will also be in the description alongside the list of monthly supporters. Thanks for listening.